Hi, I'm Dr. Alper Gökçe. Today we're going to talk about spinal stenosis. Spinal column consists of 32 to 35 pieces of separate bones called vertebra. According to the location, they became the names like cervical, thoracic, lumbar, and sacral, coccygeal spine, etc., which show little differences in structural shapes. Spine is generally a mechanical support organ for head and internal organs of torso, but nests mainly medulla spinalis like a shell. Medulla spinalis is an extensive part of nerve systems traverse through the spinal column down to sacral area. It fits exactly to its diameters and curvature. When the canal gets narrowed, spinal stenosis occurs. The space around the nerve is dynamic like the spine. Therefore, in early times or mild forms of the disease may be seen in certain positions of the spine or with certain movements. Afterwards, symptoms increase and transforms to a consistent and continuous form of complaints. Arthritis is the most common cause of the spinal stenosis. As we age, our spines change and with degeneration discs lose water and dry. These normal wear and tear effects of aging can lead to narrowing of the spinal canal. This problem causes settling or collapse of the disc height. Instabilities, deformities, slipped vertebrae may distort canal volume and result spinal stenosis. Degenerative changes of the spine are seen usually after sixth decade of life. Spinal stenosis most often occurs in 10 years after degeneration. Space-occupying formations of tissues, cysts, tumors, hypertrophic changes may result in nerve compressions. A small number of people are born with back problems that develop into lumbar spinal stenosis. This is known as congenital spinal stenosis. It occurs most often in men. People usually first notice symptoms between the age 30 and 50. A common cause of low back and leg pain is lumbar spinal stenosis. Pressure over nerves causes pain in areas supplied by them. The character of the pain may be as an ache or burning feeling. It typically starts in the area of the buttocks and radiates down to the legs. As it progresses, it can result in pain in the foot. Numbness and tingling are described in patients in late periods of this disease. Motor dysfunctions like muscle weaknesses or foot drops are important and requires immediate treatment for preventing disabilities. Patients present with special postures or change positions for decreasing pain. Forward leaning is typical walking and standing posture. Market cars are good candidates, for example, to lean on in walking during shopping. Pressure on motor nerves may weaken the muscle and limping occur called neurogenic claudications. Monitoring of walk distance is used for the progression of symptoms. Meticulous physical examinations and neurologic evaluation are required for patient assessment. MRI is the best radiologic examination modality. Computerized tomography and plain X-rays may be used for assessed bony spurs and alignment. Additionally, EMG, electromyography, may be indicated for documentation distorted neurology. Conservative treatment, including pain control and relieving neurologic symptoms, are combined usually with different types of physical therapy. Electrotherapy, head compress massages, and traction usage are reported. Manual therapy can be used by experienced hands with special care on osteoporotic patients. Other modalities of pain therapy, including steroid injections, acupuncture, or invasive applications of like radiofrequency. Surgery for lumbar spinal stenosis is generally reserved for patients who have poor quality of life due to pain and weakness. Patients may complain of difficulty walking for extended periods of time. This is often the reason that patients consider surgery. There are two main surgical options to treat lumbar spinal stenosis: laminectomy and spinal fusions. Both options can result in excellent pain relief. Spinal fusion, if arthritis has progressed to spinal instability, a combination of decompression and stabilization or spinal fusion may be recommended. Rehabilitation after surgery, stay in the hospital for a short time is required for wound care. Healthy patients who undergo just decompression may go home same or next day and may return to normal activities after only a few weeks. Fusion generally adds 2 to 3 days to the hospital stay. Extra physical treatments may be useful for easing rehabilitation time. Thank you for watching me.